Let me take this off right here real quick. Put that on. Hope everyone is doing well.
What's up? It's Reacting Joel. We're going to the lab, guys. We're going into the art lab right now. We're trying to talk about art. We're trying to get to comic book aesthetics right now. We're trying to talk about what is going on in this country right now when it comes to art. Like, what's going on, huh? It's the battle between human beings versus the computer. Okay?
Basically, while we're trying to use the computer, apparently.
Exactly, because we're using the computer in order to get on.
Right.
So this is a drawing made by a
A
human
human
being.
being.
Shockingly enough, you know what I'm saying? The human being is this man below, named Sean, and he decided in a I don't know what do you call it, some say will say brave, some say will say foolish, whatever on the spectrum ascribe to,
Right.
decided to become an artist in 2024. Well, he was always an artist before then, but he decided to remain an artist in 2024 as the Terminators and the AI bots and whatever the Autobots and the Decepticons
The
decided to become
Sentinels.
artists as well. Yeah, the Sentinels and all the unsentient beings of the planet. So decided to also get into the art game as well, apparently.
There's. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. AI's be doing some good stuff. Some of them.
Oh no, some of the art is fire. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I mean, you see the picture and it's like, yeah, that looks hot. I mean, if you didn't like, I mean, sometimes you could front. Like I know there's a lot of people who like they're 10 toes down on like, we must defeat the AI menace. They want to pass legislation banning AI, and there's even legislation that some people want to pass. I heard
What legislation is
that
this?
they're saying like they want to. I don't know if this has to do with AI art, but
Hmm.
an AI in general. They want to limit the computing power that it takes to run these programs, so that they
Hmm.
can make sure they don't get too big, that they get out of control or become so big that they, I don't know, devour entire industries and crap like that.
Interesting.
Anyway, we got man in the chat, Mary Cinematic.
What's up, Mary Cinematic, man? How you doing?
That's right, react and draw. Artists that are real and raw.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, I was just alerting people. Second.
That's right, gang. Mary Cinematic is here. You know what I'm saying? He's an artist as well in this discussion. You know what I'm saying? We're having a discussion and we're drawing and we're trying. Sean's trying out some new art techniques new to him. He's trying to stay cutting edge. You
Trying to.
know,
It's funny. I was gonna make a self-deprecating joke, but I'm gonna make a resolution for the new year not to do that, even as a joke.
yes, there's kind of like, I guess that comes from like the fanime community. I would say the fan art anime community. They have a very humble spirit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, my OC, hope you like. If you don't, I'm gonna whatever jump off a bridge or something, because I suck, and hopefully the senpai won't wreck me, and because I suck,
Mm.
you know. But that doesn't help anybody really. I mean, this you know, also being like some kind of I don't know, super braggadocious, gangster rap type hype on yourself when it maybe turn people off as well.
Yeah.
But maybe there could be a nice balance between confidence in your art and what you're trying to do, and being like some total self-deprecation weirdo. I remember like this guy, like I was watching a Simon Cowell thing. I forget which one of his millions of shows that he's on.
Yeah.
He was saying like when the contestant comes in and says, "Oh, I'm not good. Kind of suck." They get mad. He says he gets mad. He says it's like a form of narcissism or something, and he can't like
Really?
handle it or something.
Interesting.
You know, or maybe like they're trying to, or maybe he thinks it's like a technique where it's like they're trying to like lower the expectations so they over deliver or something like that. But I guess after he's seen like the 1,000th singer, he just wants people to get on with it. Just get on with it. Just just
Damn.
get on. Brina's here. What's up?
What up, Brina? What's up? What's up? Say, I could see why Simon thinks that. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe for some people, it's fishing for confidence. I don't know. Like me growing up.
I'm not saying that's why you're doing that. I'm saying that's why
No, no, no. I
I've
guess
seen
I can
it
understand.
done.
Like some people might be having that motive. I don't know. My low self esteem before was real. You know what I'm saying? Like I was authentic.
Well, also it's like like the whole Socrates, the Socratic method and all this. Like the path to knowing is admitting you know nothing.
Yeah.
Some people are just very like I'm the man. I do everything right, and then they end up drawing like badly, or they end up drawing well, but they just keep to that one style, and then as time goes on, their stuff gets played out, but they're so full of themselves they can't change that they just get obsolete, and then they just start yelling to make up the difference. Venus says, if you don't think you're good, then why the heck should I?
Maybe.
Yeah, she says, oh, nah, mine was real too. But at a certain point, it gets real tiresome. And she's talking about what? Self-deprecation or something
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like, if you don't think you're good, then why the heck should I? And this is about America, really. Like, America is very much about like selling yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, not like, in a prostitution way, but I'm saying like
Oh, we doing that over here too, I guess.
yeah, well, it's like a salesperson thing.
The
You know what I'm saying?
OF.
It's like
The
you
OF.
have to believe in yourself. And that gets people at least to open the mind up for you to put in, your creation or your creative ideas and put forth whatever you're trying to communicate.
Right.
Because the other stuff, the timidness, puts people off. This is a lesson for like America right now that they need to know. I don't think I don't think the corporations have this problem. They're very confident about what they do.
At all times,
Yeah,
including
they almost have the opposite problem, like where they think they're doing great things all the time.
I mean, well, it's illusional. But I mean, I guess we're going to talk a little bit about that today, as Brina is mentioning everybody's favorite company, but that's like for every company. Like, yo, as a matter of fact, let's do it. Let's do a subcategory right here.
Oh,
Warner
yeah, well,
Brothers. Warner Brothers. Now, hold on. Give me a second before I say what I'm about to say. I just have to look up something really, really swiftly. Um, Harry Potter.
Taylor Swift. You look at
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Exactly.
it's funny. Like after the Super Bowl, it just like was over. Like people thought like once that they like that guy Travis Kelsey and like whatever his team won the Super Bowl, like him and Taylor Swift were gonna like I don't know get married on the the at the end zone and
Right.
it'd be like victory parties in like all 50 states. like when the end of Star Wars when they beat the Emperor and then they had a party on the Ewok homeworld and every other planet like but no, it was just like one night and then they had that parade where certain teens were wiling out, you know what I'm saying? Ruined the parade and then that was it. That was the end of the Super Bowl, the end of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's it.
That was the end of that. It's just like back to regular life. Anyway,
Oh, so to my
what were we
previous
gonna say?
point,
Yeah,
WB, yes, WB. We were talking about how these companies are overconfident, right? And we've been seeing a
yeah,
bunch of companies being overconfident
super
all
confident,
last year, coming into all this year.
boastful.
Before I go on, Nito's here. What's up, bro?
What up? We got
Nova
Lenitos
Crimson.
in the
Are you
heezy.
guys making more Red Cyberpunk content? We are, and we will talk
We
about it
are.
in a bit. Uh, so WB came out. First of all, okay, the Harry Potter game came out. What was it? Around this time last year. It did
Mm-hmm.
gangbuster numbers. Like
Big
it
time.
yeah, destroyed the charts, and people did not like, J.K. Rowling because reasons
The
not
various
listed here.
reasons.
Um,
You know the vibes.
yeah, and the game's so ridiculous anyway. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is because that was very much, to my knowledge, a standard, like, I believe, one player game. If they have an online mode, I'm not sure about it, but yeah, you could play the game just like any other thing, like God of War or whatever. And then WB decided to band up with Rocksteady. Well, they already been banded up with Rocksteady. And everyone's favorite company, you know, Sweetness over here. And then they made they made Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. And after the game has practically just all but been laid to the cease, WB decided to put out a statement to say that going forward, they will be focused on more live service games. Can somebody please tell me how that makes any sense? So let me get this straight. Harry Potter, your non-live service game, decided uh, to skyrocket. You bring out a live service game with questionable story elements, it gets trashed, and your answer is to make more of it.
Well,
I mean,
maybe they're referring to the Hogwarts Legacy part and not the Suicide Squad game.
no. The point was that Hogwarts Legacy is not live service.
Oh, it's not.
To my knowledge, let me go back and double check that.
Aren't they like? Aren't that the whole thing? What do you mean live service? Like, what do you
Okay,
mean by
so when
that?
I say live service, a game like Fortnite, you can't play that game solo. Like you
Yeah,
can't, like, you turn on God of War Ragnarok, you turn on, Spider-Man game, like you could just go play it.
yeah.
But like something like Fortnite, like it has to be online for you to play it. Hence live service. You could only play it while the service is live.
But it's the Suicide Squad. Like, you have an option to do a single player and then like do multiplayer online.
Yes, but I think it
Is
still has to be live regardless.
You mean you have to play it live in order to play? What is this? What do you mean? Like, is it like on a cloud or something?
Right, yes.
Like you can't download this on your PlayStation and play
No.
yourself.
I
There's no
mean, you
disc.
can, but it still has to be on the server to play it. Like you can't you can't play it without it
What is going on? Why are games so complicated?
I don't
I'm an
know.
old nibba. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like how, I'm called Jurassic nibbas. Like Michael Crichton presents like ancient hood guy from New York. Okay, like I remember slamming in like whatever, like the Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition into the Sega Genesis, and then you turn the on button and it goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now
Understood.
it's like,
Understood.
oh,
Understood.
it's a Memorporg live service, DLC, in-app purchase. You know what I'm saying, and a single player, which I guess doesn't exist anymore because we need to be in a communal play date with each other at all times. Like, I don't see enough people on the Twitter and what Instagram every day of my life. Like, we now have to
So
play together. Do we have to like go to brunch together? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to
it's a
like feed each
community,
other
man.
Cinnabons and
It's a
stuff? Like, what?
community.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a community.
It's a community.
Oh, we're having a community. Is it a community or is it a commune? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
will say, okay, so me
all
personally,
right. That was a
to
rant.
add to, no, because I'm gonna add to your rant. I agree.
Oh.
I actually agree. Like I'm not. Listen, Look, like I got Helldivers too, right? That is also a
Okay,
live service game.
sure.
But like, how can I explain it?
How can you explain?
Okay,
Explain
let's
this
do.
madness
Matter
to
of
me.
fact, I'm sorry. I'm about to do the whole. By the way, Led, I know you asked about X-Men '97. Yeah, we not watching that in this household. But
Well, what was the question about?
if we're excited for X-Men '97,
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, maybe I'll catch an episode.
I don't know. Like
I
they,
don't
they have to
even care.
get me excited. You know what I'm saying? They had to get me excited about it. Like they had that one trailer, and I was like, okay, well, I guess the animation is it looks like the old one, and then they're running around. But the things that get I don't know, people excited, maybe not the same things that get me excited about these properties. Like if they told me that we're gonna do Age Apocalypse and like all the other stuff in the 90s they didn't do,
Yeah,
then maybe I'd be like interested. Like I'd be like, oh snap, I would love to see
I,
that.
um, I get it. You're actually coming from a more positive place than I am. I'm so checked out. I didn't see the trailer.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah, I was just like, okay. And then people complaining like, oh, they changed like Morph, and they made him like this, and I'm like, Morph. I ain't even care about him in the first place. Like I'm like, why is he even
Well,
here?
Morph was originally created to like be killed off
Right.
in the first episode to make you feel for the rest of the X-Men, which was unnecessary to me as an X-Men reader. I mean, I was a kid when that stuff came out, but
Mm-hmm.
I still read a lot of back issues before that. So I was like, Morph is not even a real X-Men.
Right. Like no
And I
disrespect to people that were reporting on this change that they wanted to do on Morph, but I remember
right.
seeing the videos and then I saw the articles and I was like, guys, question, why is Morph back? Like, I'm like, I don't even care what they did to his sexuality and why is he back? Can we get him up out of here? Like, cause I don't even care. Like, I
Can we get some other X-Men in there? Like, how about Colossus? Can he be in there now? Can we get like Nightcrawler on the official team? Like, can we get like Forge in there, like full time? Can we roll on that?
yeah,
Who knows? But we don't know. But we don't know till it comes out. But these are the things that would get me excited that they could put in a trailer that make me go, "Oh, I gotta watch this."
yeah, but yeah, I didn't even see the trailer. Like, I was
And
just,
yeah, he's checked out.
I'm so over Disneyfied that like my brain was just like, oh, the trailer's out.
It's
And
fine.
I didn't even make a conscious effort like, oh, I'm not going to watch the trailer. I was just like, oh, the trailer's out. And then I just like forgot about it in like a day.
That's right. Sean's a very serious man. He's not watching that.
I'm like,
He's watching. He's watching. I don't know. Masterpiece Theater right now. He's
I'm watching serious arts, okay. As I draw a girl like, I don't know, charging up with
exactly.
sorry, back to the previous thing I was saying. Live service games. What was that?
All
Oh
right,
yeah.
so the point is that they want like some kind of live service situation, and they're going to be focusing. Warner Brothers is going to be focusing more on that
Right.
than single player experiences.
Right. So I don't know how they pull that lesson away when I was trying to look up to see if Hogwarts Legacy was live service. I don't think it is.
That's
I'm
interesting.
almost certain it's not.
You know what that also could be too. It also could be maybe they're trying to save money because if it's more like some Fortnite kind of game or like Overwatch where they just run around with guns shooting each other, then you don't have to like hire teams of writers. You don't have to hire, SB Inc. to like rewrite some other team of writers situation. You don't really need writers per se. You just need like,
Yeah, no.
make a bunch of colorful characters run around, shoot each other with
I
oversized,
mean,
guns. That's it.
if that's what they're gonna do, I guess. But then it's like that's not what they did for Suicide Squad. And like
Right, but I
you
mean, that was
hired
the
the
announcement after
writers,
Suicide Squad, right? They were like,
you hired writers for yeah, right, exactly.
they can't tell you exactly what went wrong. They can't like say we messed up, like we botched this. Even like
Oh my
Sony
god.
can admit that Madam Web was a flop, should not have been made. Now we're not going to make movies like this going forward. They're not going to admit the failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess they can take the L internally, but I guess as a company, you can't expose your own L.
Listen,
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, the last, I guess, I don't know. Even the government doesn't do that anymore. Like, they don't. they don't expose their
But
own
then
L's. Like
why
I think the
do
last L America took publicly was the Bay of Pigs or something when Kennedy said, "Yeah, my bad" or something. Like we need to do better. Like I think maybe that was the last time. I really don't know, but like that was like the last L that was publicly taken. Maybe when Nixon like stepped down and he said, "Oh my bad, I did Watergate. I'm gonna step down." Like maybe that was the last time. I can't remember. All I know is that it didn't happen in my lifetime.
I'm just like, if they,
Also, because boomers don't apologize for anything. This is like a generational thing as well. So
I
you're not
guess,
gonna
but
hear
then
David
why make
Zaslav
the
saying
report? Like, why come out and say anything? Look,
just to signal a shift without admitting fault.
listen, if I was WB, I'm not showing my face. I'm not showing my face. We're gonna do it again, folks. It is now. Hold on. It is
Sean's
9:52
flabbergasted.
p.m. where we live in New York. Okay, we're gonna see something real quick. I'm on Steam. I think I could show my Steam without. Hold on.
Sure.
All right, there we
Also
go.
have people.
Helldivers 2. All right, boom.
Mhm. Also, Master Panda, what's up in the
What up?
chat?
What up? What up?
How's it going?
There are 363,500 people in the world playing this game right now.
That's a lot of people.
Okay.
That's a lot of people for a franchise that's not like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, it's just like, you know,
some superhero franchise slam down your throat like every day.
all right, let's go back to the search. Suicide Squad. Wait, what is this? There's a sale. There's a sale now.
How much?
It was $70 yesterday. It's $41.99 right now.
Ooh. Almost half off.
All right, cut that off. I don't.
Is this gonna be like one of those Avengers deals where remember the Avengers came out and then they like had to like get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
Like they erased it from existence off the server. Like
Yes.
this could be so how many people are playing this game?
439.
439 people
Yes. On the planet
are
Earth.
playing this game on the Earth.
On the Earth. On in the universe. In the multiverse. My neighbor are playing this game right now. Can I zoom in? I wish I could zoom in. Y'all can see that, right? I gotta charge my iPad, by the way.
This ain't like, you know, like just like whatever, like 400 what?
439 versus
439.
what did I say Helldivers was? 390 something K?
Yeah.
I'm only using this as an example because we have a franchise based off of Arkhamverse, a wildly successful franchise, right? And then you have something in the same verse that comes out. They're both live service games. So
It's crazy.
why didn't win? And I'm gonna do one last test for y'all. Check this out. Arkham Knights. Come on. Community hub, let's go. Why is it stalling on me? Come on, B. This game is 9 years old. There is 2,700 people playing it right now. A non-live service game, by the way.
That's pretty wild.
So, Mike, all I'm saying, WB, you failed. You and Rocksteady and SB, all three of y'all failed. Don't put out no articles, man. Just shh. Don't.
I guess they're trying to do that, but it's like it's just the story is so big that is blowing up. Like I think a lot of and you know they can't. It's hard to ignore. They should. Well, I guess you know.
But I'm.
Maybe Warner Brothers is quiet, but maybe the affiliates are not. Like
yeah, because I'm like if I was Warner Brothers, I'd just be like, SB is catching all kinds of grief right now, which I'll briefly go over, and then you got Hold on, I'll get back to the drawing.
Yeah, let's get back to the drawing. But
they catching
I know what
all
you're
kinds
saying.
of grief, and Rocksteady's catching all kinds of grief. So I'm like, why would you dare to come out and be like, we have a statement. Like, no, 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 no. Don't make no statements. And definitely don't make no statements after in the mention of Harry Potter, the game that did gangbusters. Like, just shh.
Thing is, with all the writers, all the corporate people in charge of whatever, the consulting company, they couldn't all just put their brains together and say, let's not shoot Batman
Let's
in the
not shoot.
head or some
Let's not
the
shoot Batman. Let's not Arkell's the Flash. Let's not call uh John Stewart the good one.
yeah, can we just let people play a video game and have it be some happy time or like some superhero adventure? And it's always such a weird thing that they have so much source material, they never use it.
I know.
Like, just adapt these comic books, like straight up. But everybody wants to be a writer. Why would anyone want to be a writer with previously written things?
They be
Just
thinking they're
grab some
going.
issues and just adapt.
They be thinking they're gonna have a take. I got my take. My take on Batman. My take. And I'm like, yo, shut up. Just adapt.
Yeah, just adapt. It's like if they had a bully, like he couldn't do the homework, so he steals the homework from some other guy. He's like, "Hey, kid, give me your homework or something like that. I'm gonna copy it."
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of copying, he's freestyling it. Like he's like, "Nah, I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna just make it my own, do my own thing." And then he fails.
So doing his Miles Morales, doing his own thing.
Yeah, it's like he had the foresight to know that he can't create his own stuff, so that he gets somebody else's work, and then decides instead of copying it wholesale so he can get the good grades, he instead freestyles it and gets like what, a 45 on the math test. It's
Listen,
the same thing here. It's like
2023 has taught us to not be Miles Morales. Don't do your own thing. Don't be. Nah, I'm doing my. Don't do it.
yeah,
Don't
I
do it.
guess in his case maybe he should do his own thing
Well, I mean,
because
yeah, because he was trying to like get past his canon event with like freaking Miguel chasing him. Yeah, that only worked for Miles. All right, don't ever do that in the corporate world. Don't ever like say, I'll go write Batman and I'm gonna do whatever I want. I do what I want. No, no. Now look at you. You got 439 worldwide players in your game.
what's crazy though, like Spider-Man 2099 had like franchise potential.
It did.
Like it had comic books.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been like their Batman Beyond, which also has potential, but they don't want to realize that for some reason. I don't understand these companies.
Listen, man.
It's almost like the hype doesn't exist within their characters. Like they don't believe their own source material they buy. They just believe in like hot takes and political things, but they just don't believe like
I
in
would
the.
do this, but it's not DEI or
They
whatever.
don't believe in the entertainment value of their own stuff. Anyway,
It was getting so bad, like especially with these Sony movies and everything. Like when I heard like rumor, like they might bring Miles Morales, and I looked at the article and I was like, yo, you know what? That might
well,
save y'all. Yes, Miles Morales might save y'all y'all fools because if we deal with some Madam Web, you might need to call Miles now. But
dang.
anyway, sorry, I'm getting off the point. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'll be right back to talk about all this and more. Give me 1 second. Where is my be right back thing? Here we go.
All right, let me get to the chat. Guys, thank you for coming to the stream. Okay. Because without you, there is no stream. That's just how it works. And if you like our conversation, like the video, it helps us in the algorithm. Lets the YouTube overlords know that we exist and they let us shovel our content into the world. Check out Red Cyberpunk Fairytale. It's an 88-page graphic novel created by yours truly and Sean. And it tells the story of Red Riding Hood. And it's reimagined for the sci-fi futuristic dystopia She is a private security specialist who must uncover the secret behind a bioterror attack that has left her grandmother infirmed, and she'll stop at nothing to get the answers, including ass whoopings, ninjutsu, swordplay, all the fun stuff that make up the action adventure genre. Read a Cyberpunk Fairy Tale. Order yours at redcombook.com. All right, my man. Welcome back.
Right. I heard about that comic book. I heard it was cool, bro.
I heard it was fire. I heard good things about it. I want to go to chat. So you want to
Powers
run
here.
down some chat
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, yeah.
We got powers here. What's happening?
But I don't know. I'm gonna pick a random place because we were just like chatting and talking and going back and forth.
Let's do it.
Master Panda said just got in here mid conversation. So which idiot writer is screwing up the X-Men this time? Y'all talking about the comics or the new show? We were talking about the new show, and I was admitting the fact that I have no idea what's going on with the new show. I know people like, oh, so Storm got the the punk here again, whatever, yada yada. I don't really care about that. And then they decided to bring back Morph and switch around his I don't even know if it's a switch around because they didn't even confirm what he was or wasn't, but they
What they
decided to.
got to do is just take the old storylines and adapt them. That's it. Like from the '90s,
Right.
since they're doing a '90s themed cartoon, do the stories from the '90s.
Yeah.
Take influence from that.
So y'all know more about. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go down here. Is that so true? So oh yeah, Sean, so true. I don't even watch trailers anymore. Haha. People are like, "Are you going to watch a new trailer for Insort fourth string characters nobody cares about?" Nah, I'm cool. Right, right, okay, yeah, yeah, exactly that. I was like, I still. All right, y'all. I'll watch the trailer this weekend, maybe, and then I'll have like. I was very confident in Marvel slash Disney messing this up. So I was just like,
Right.
I don't really need to see this, man. That was part of my childhood. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to. Brina says, I don't like the new online only era. Imagine paying $60 for a game that could be shut down anytime. This is what I'm saying. Like I got my whole game is on the cloud.
That is true.
Like what are we
It's like
doing?
there's no physical media anymore. Your stuff is subject to disappear at the whim of a corporation, a business merger, whatever. It doesn't matter because they feel like it. It made somebody mad in like Wichita. It doesn't really matter.
It is like I think the live service games carry to the extra level. Like first of all, like trust me, I got a computer now. I love Steam, right? But like, how do I get physical media on Steam? I don't. Now, if I buy a PS5 and buy the disc version, I can get my physical media, which I might do at some point to play stuff like Celeblade. But so I'm already buying stuff that's in the cloud, and then you're making it live service, which is like I don't know, cloud times two. Because now, like at least like when my stuff just on the normal cloud, I'm like, oh, maybe by the mercy of like Steam and the rest of the or the company that made the game, they'll just leave it on there even if the game is trash. But I got trashed in sales, but I want to play it. That's cool. But now it's like
Right.
if I buy a live service game and people are not vibing with it, but I'm gonna get on one day to play, and there's only like 3 people on.
Hmm.
And then they're just gonna be like, "We're shutting down the servers, B." And then I'm just like, "So I spent $60 on nothing, basically."
Basically.
Instead of a game where like something like Doom or Doom Eternal, where the game is based on a single player campaign and you can play online if you want. Now, if those online servers go away, you didn't lose the entire game.
Right.
You just lost the online capability. But anyway, I don't
Correct.
know. Master Panda says nobody admits fault ever. Look at how these companies tanked themselves by hyper focusing on identity politics. Not one CEO or spokesman has said, "Yeah, we made some bad decisions." Yeah, they're just kind of like trying to quietly backtrack right now.
I mean, if they backtrack and they give you what you want and never make these decisions again that got them in trouble,
Yeah.
then I guess most people will just go along with the new narrative or something. It's like how Saturday Night Live, like they put Sydney Sweeney on,
Hmm.
and that was it. Like, and that guy Shane Gillis, and they just put him on, and with no explanation. They didn't say, "Oh yeah, we were bad for not putting Shane Gillis on before." They just like took him off
Mm-hmm.
when he was controversial, and they put him back on when the controversy died down. That was it. And then the people who are still mad about it, they don't have a comment to them, and it just goes forward. And hopefully, people will be entertained enough until they forget. But I think that's the strategy.
That's definitely the strategy.
I guess that's the strategy that's going on. Let me see what else is going on in the chat. They got yeah, Brina says, I'm with Dan. Let me play my games by myself. Yeah, you talk about like all these little people, every market needs to be catered to. What about the introverts? People who want to play things by themselves. Maybe not everybody's an extrovert. Maybe not everybody's like trying to walk out there and give a TED talk about how every company needs to hire them, or else they're going to use some kind of intimidation tactics until they do, or whatever. Like, not everybody's trying to be maybe people just want to play a game and like be at peace.
Because they're trying to capture the microtransactions, man.
Oh, that's true.
Now hold
That's
on. Let me
true.
tell let
Yeah.
me tell, let me tell y'all something about. Well, y'all already know. Look, I got two examples. Once again, starring Helldivers too. Okay, my boy, or one of my friends was like, "Yo, you should play Call of Duty." So I look up Call of Duty, only to find out Call of Duty's been trash for like the past 5 years. I'm like, bro, I'm not buying no Call of Duty just so I can play online with you. Like, I spend $100 on a game. I'm good, right? So instead, what I did was I went on my iPad and I downloaded Call of Duty Mobile. Now that game is free. Now, of course, they're gonna stick in some microtransactions on it. Bro, their microtransactions is ridiculous. So I'm like, wait a minute. According to this thing, you have to get this piece of currency. Now, with this currency, you can't get any new. You are allowed to buy points that will get you new suits. You can't get enough from one outing, which is about $5 to $6. So that means you have to do it twice to get one of the very many suits in the game. Which also doesn't make any sense because it's a first person game, you can hardly see yourself anyway. So I'm like,
Right.
wait, you're telling me I'm spending $12? Meanwhile, in Helldivers 2, you could spend money to get the points, or you could just play the game and it just unlocks. It's like people forgot about. Remember unlocking? Like you unlock stuff. Like ooh, the unlock. Like I played it and then I unlocked it, and I'm like, why can't we? I don't know. But I guess those are two separate thoughts of schools of thought, because one is a free game with microtransaction and one is a paid game with possible microtransactions. Except I don't know how that works. I just know that the Call of Duty way is kind of stupid. But whatever.
Mm.
I don't know. These people don't like money, man. Especially WB.
Brina says, why would anyone want to be a writer or previously written things? Let me introduce you to the world of fan fiction. That's true.
Good point.
Master Panda says, source material is a scary phrase for some of these people. It's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. It's true. Let's see. Power 900 says, WB allegedly announced they're doing more live games. Yeah.
We were just talking about that. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just
I'm like, bro.
they're trying to get. I don't know. They're trying to control every aspect of gaming, I think, and allowing it to be on some service allows them to like modify the game maybe
But
at
then,
will.
but then they have to modify it. Like they have to do it. It's like
Yeah, I know.
because
I know.
there's been companies who release games. Yo, we gonna have the season through season 3, and then sometimes it just never came, and then you just bought nothing.
Yeah, it's like sometimes they like just can't. They have this idea. I guess they're going to create this whatever the game world or the battle system and whatever all the components that make up a game and the graphics,
Mm-hmm.
and they think, okay, this is going to last us for like whatever 7 years or whatever. So we'll just keep putting on like extra adventures and extra items and crap like that to keep them excited.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't work out all the time. Like everyone thinks they're gonna be Fortnite. You know how many
Yeah.
players Fortnite got it? Well, this morning had 1 million. 9 o'clock in the morning, 1 million people across the globe.
Thing is, it's like once they get that thing, once something becomes popular, they just drive it into the ground. That goes to everything.
Yeah.
You know, when that guy Future came out with rap, then everybody started rapping like him. And
Right.
then like Snoop Dogg accurately
Oh yeah,
articulated.
portrayed that Snoop Dogg video was funny.
Remember when Get Out happened? That
Yes.
movie Get Out, and then every you know movie had to be Get Out. Every like horror movie was like Get Out, like Candyman and
Yes.
stuff like that, and just run every success into the ground. Every like okay, like and they forget about like the loyal customers that brought them there.
Oh, of course.
Like let's just drop that, and it's like how America. Remember they made Toy Story, and that was a big hit, and they said, okay, we're all going to do 3D now in
Right.
America. This is the brain, whatever IQ level of America when they made Toy Story, and they decided that okay, we're going to do 3D now. Then every company did 3D. We didn't draw 2D anymore.
Yep.
They Disney shuttered its 2D animation division and just whatever, like outsourced it overseas to like Korea and India or whatever if they actually needed a 2D thing done. And then what happened? Japan's just like, no, our cartoons still look cool. We're just gonna keep drawing anime manga. And now they're Wreck-It Shop. Okay. And some of these things are getting like crazy box office worldwide.
Yeah.
Remember Demon Slayer and Dragon Ball movies? Those things are like getting up there, like $300 million box office takes, $500 million box office takes. Think if those companies had a promotional budget of a Disney,
Oh yeah.
they probably get to $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like if like in some fictitious scenario world that I'm sure I don't want to utter in case it happens. Like let's say like Disney bought Spy Family and didn't change anything, but like sunk in just the billions of dollars that they use for like to advertise these things.
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably be like the biggest cartoon ever made or something like that. I don't know, just based off of that alone.
Yeah.
I never understood that too. Like, I don't know what's going on in art school. I would need like a young person to tell me what they're teaching people in art school. Do they teach them 2D at all? Like, I know they do to some level because, they make these cartoons on like the Cartoon Network or whatever, these weird cartoons, but who knows? I don't know. But anyway, the topic of the show was your new art tactics, your new art techniques.
It's not
What is
really
the tactic you're doing? Like, like Final
tactic.
Fantasy tactics. It sounds
Right
like
now is called bad advice. No, it is called what I'm basically doing is actually I'm still experimenting with the spotting black ink, right? But as you've helped me along, and I was kind of thinking about too, there's a lot of these artists online, and I kind of I wanted to find out what is the appeal to looking at something that looks straight up like an animation frame. And when
right.
I say an animation frame, I mean something that has a single line weight, and either black shading or cell shading. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying this just because, like, oh, I won't be down with the cool kids. I mean, my eye is also drawn to that. Like, literally. Like, I'll see
Right.
something, I'll be scrolling on my Twitter. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, that look like anime for frame. That's crazy. Like, I want to see it, but
Right.
I'm not actually doing it.
Mm.
Which is like, it's like I have these art revelations like every so often where it's like, well, Sean, if you like it, why aren't you doing it?
That's a good point.
Not like, not like WB. I don't know if I like live service games, but we should do some more. No, I mean, I actually like it, and I'm like, why not do it? So I decided to try it. So as you see here, I have Kira, and it's more in in a or at least I tried my best on a single line weight kind of thing. So we're gonna see what happens when I like fully shade this thing and see how it looks.
He's trying something new, y'all. This is a thing too. A lot of people afraid to try new things with their art. They figure this is my way. I'm stuck in my ways.
Yeah.
I don't want to try anything, and it's fine if they really don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to. But if there's a yearning urge, you see something, you might as well try it out because you got one life to live, right?
Right.
Like the old soap opera said.
If I find some examples too of other art that I'm referring to, I'll bring it up on screen for y'all as well.
Right. Very good.
I just want to apologize to hold on, I gotta go over Master Panda's comment in a second. Uh, Brina says, "Yo, what happened to Unlock?" And Sean just triggered me. Yo, I'm saying,
Unlocking. Yeah, you unlock
I
the
unlocked the
characters
joint.
as
I played
reward.
Doom Eternal, and I unlocked all of my suits. Now I could have went to the store and bought them.
Right.
In fact, you know what I love about when they did Doom Eternal? Buying the suits didn't become a thing until like a year later. And then they'd be like, "Hey, you want to buy it? You can buy it real quick." I I unlocked. I sat there and unlocked every suit.
You're talking about when you say buy, you don't mean like you mean like buy with actual cash, like
Yes,
from the
I
real
mean you
world
go on the
money.
PlayStation Store
Right.
and it'd be like, "Oh, here's the new skin, the new suit.
Right.
You can buy it."
It's not like back in the days where like you would just earn money in the game, like fake money, and then go to the shopkeeper and he would give you the money
Yeah,
in the
no, no, no.
game. Like
That would be unlocking. That's
those
still
days are those days are over. Now they just want real money.
it's either you get the currency to get the suit in game, the
Right, right.
digital currency, or you
Yes.
find it in a dungeon, or you find it off an enemy, or you find it in a treasure chest, or you find it's in game. Now,
Exactly. You beat some orc and then he disappears and then he turns to a pile of gold. You take the gold and you go to the shop in the game. You buy a new sword. Those days over. Now it's just like you got to pay whatever Warner Brothers like real money and or whatever these game companies do. Like just be like, hey, and then instantly you get cash. I mean that's been going on for a while.
right.
It's
As a
just
matter of fact, I think
crazy.
that's what I meant to. I wasn't articulating correctly when I was comparing um, Helldivers to Call of Duty. In Call
Right.
of Duty, the only way to get a suit is to buy it. Now, I guess that's a little different because their mobile game is free, so maybe that's the way they have to make money. I'm just saying in Helldivers, it's like, yeah, you could go buy the suit, or you could go on your points to go get the suit, just play the game.
It means like some rich kid. He has all the stuff for one game. Like let's see. Massive Panda says, my favorite is how they'll interview one of these execs or owners and they'll use nonstop corporate speak to word salad their way out of having to admit failure. It's a skill. I need to see myself in the characters in the game. If I want to see myself, I'll just go stand in front of a mirror. Yeah, and it's true about the talking. Like I think the worst thing they did in public schools and schools across America is tell people stop talking, be quiet, don't, stop because obviously talking is the biggest skill in America.
Right.
Talking can have you be the head of some corporation and you don't have to know about what the corporation does or actually be a fan if you're trying to work in the field of entertainment. Like you don't have to be a fan of video games and you get to consult on how the video games are written.
Right.
You get to, as long as you can say the right buzzwords in the correct sequence, you get to write, the reboot of The Crow or whatever it is. Like you get to do whatever you want. Like it's wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need a list of these buzzwords, by the way. To take our artistic endeavors to the next level, because apparently these magic words get to unlock opportunities for people
Yeah.
somehow. Massive pen. Oh, Mike has bad knees is here. What's up? He says they
What
do
up?
3D animation too, but none of it's good to me. Yeah, I know. It's like yeah, they do a lot of 3D anime. Like I'll see some of those things on Netflix. They'll do like a those Resident Evil 3D movies. Are there any good?
Sorry, give me a second. I was just researching what Alpha Photo said, and
Hey, Alpha Protus here. What's up? Akira
okay.
Toriyama?
So it's not on the news, but if I go on Google
Hmm.
and I'm on the discussing film, the page, they reported it.
Hmm.
Hold on, give me a second.
All right, hold on. It's about to change the whole stream.
Man, I guess we're gonna have to leave Sweet Baby for some other time.
Have to leave. Well, we're focused on the arts.
Right.
Something they are. Oh man, hold on. Let's see.
Th-
Let's see. I'm gonna type it in. Noisy Pixel. It's got like 12 minutes ago. I never heard of this website, but yeah, that should be like in the front page of
Dexerto.
news. Oh, that's big. I'll just type it in Twitter.
That's what I did.
Some people are just
Oh,
saying
come
it.
on, man. What the?
Oy vey. Give me a second. I gotta figure this out. This is tough. Akira Toriyama? No way.
Bro, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm in denial. I'm in denial. I'm in denial. Just like a cruel hoax. Discussing film.
Discussing film, bro.
Mm,
Give me a second. Hold on.
trying to confirm. We're trying to confirm if
Hold on. I'll bring up my Twitter.
Dexerto. I see it. I mean, those are the. Can we get like the New York Post or something?
That's
I
what
mean,
I
that's
want. That's what I was
of
like.
course that of course maybe that's not that's about as fictitious as anything. I'm gonna need like I don't know who's credible in news nowadays. Like a drama alert. I gotta go to like Keemstar. It's gonna tell me if he died.
I don't know what this page hype is. They have about 300K people, I think, discussing film. Is there
Like
like a
how? Like I mean, like do we hear word that he was sick and he direct like these movies? Like
Dragon
what?
Ball Dragon Ball official?
Oh, is this official or is this like
They
it's
got a
got the
gold. No,
gold
yeah,
symbol?
no, they got a gold star, the gold check, bro. Yeah, they got
Okay.
a gold check, bro.
This sucks, y'all.
Uh,
Oh man.
ah, come on, man.
This blows, dog. This blows.
Ah,
They're all going down, man. Like I tell you, Carl Weathers,
oh.
Kira Toriyama. Once you, I swear, it's like in this world. First you're here, then you're gone. Like, and like it's usually like you think about death and it's like a slow thing. Like, oh, the doctor tells you got this thing, you got a certain amount to live, then you're in bed for like a few months, and then
This was a
you
while.
get you, you get the
This was on the
doctor.
first. They held back the news. It says, "Dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama has passed away on March 1st due to acute subdural hematoma." I'm not gonna lie, I'm not exactly sure what that is.
Sounds like some kind of aneurysm or something like that, or some brain thing.
All right. He was age 68. It is our deepest regret that he still has several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. He was also he would have many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art in this world. Thanks to the support of so many people around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years.
It says the symptoms are severe and appear right after a head injury, often within minutes. This is the most acute is the most dangerous type of subdural hematoma. It could be life threatening. Usually happens during a head injury. It's a tear in a blood vessel. It leaks from the torn vessel into the space between your dura mater, that's the outer layer closest to your skull, and your arachnoid matter, the middle layer. And then there's bleeding into the space. Then it builds up. It's pretty wild. It can occur with concussion, almost mostly as a head injury. There's chronic, but he had acute. So I don't know. I guess like once you get older, things don't heal up like they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like everything gets soft. Everything
I'm
gets
gonna let
soft.
y'all know right now. Look at this. I'm gonna tell you something right now. 'Cause I'm not a young man no more. See this? I fell 2 years ago. That mark is still there. If I was, if I was a younger person, that I would have not left the scar. But yeah, I'm a
But people just bouncing, man. Bob Saget, he was on a podcast, and now he had his own podcast, and now he's gone. Like, yo, bro.
you know,
That's why nowadays, man, it just be like, yo, if you got family, say what's up to them
seriously.
at all times, like, cause unless it's some slow rollout, you never know, bro. One day they're there, one day it's over. Kira Toriyama, man, you know,
Yo, I'm
that's
legitimately,
big.
I'm
That's
sad,
big.
bro. Like, that-
This is like there's like a few guys, head chiefs of the anime manga game, and he's one of them. All right, especially of many generations. You know what I'm saying? You had like the Gen X generation, then you had like the millennials,
right.
which that sort of like discovered Dragon Ball kind of late in a way. Like they discovered it mostly to Toonami and things like that. But it was that second level of fame that like drove things to the next dimension and popularity with Dragon Ball. And now we're here where Dragon Ball is like still one of the biggest anime properties of all time. The guys, and he created new characters, right? Barris and you
Yeah,
know, like he was still going.
he was still going. There was stuff on the horizon. He made Ultra Instant Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Black Form
Mm-hmm.
Frieza,
Still going, man. The idea
these other
effects
characters, Granola, and
is still going, bro. It's still going in continuity. Unlike what stuff we were talking about before, where these companies don't care about like history or like they want to like rewrite everything. Dragon Ball was not like that. They were very in tune with the fan base. They're very in tune with giving them things that they can enjoy. You know, it actually tried to make the original creators happy. Like he was an older guy and he was involved. Like he wasn't involved in GT,
yeah.
but when he wanted to be involved again, he was back. Right? It's just like these things. I don't know, man. I guess
You know what's funny?
live life to the fullest, guys. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait to achieve your dreams. He didn't. You
Yeah.
know, like if he waited till like he was like 50 or like whatever to finally get started and doing something, you know. But Akira Toriyama, man, we're talking like Dragon Ball, not even Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, whatever. Doctor Slump. That what was the other thing? He did
The
is that
designs for Chrono Trigger.
Designs for Chrono Trigger, that Dragon Warrior cartoon that he did, uh, in the early '90s, which is amazing animation, by the way. I think they have like one of the episodes on YouTube or somewhere, and it was pretty legit. And I'm just like, dang, guys, all the movies, bro, all the Dragon Ball movies, Broly, like this is crazy. This is like legend, bro.
You know what's funny? I
It's
kind
not even real, like at
I
this point,
I
because
kind of feel bad because there's been times where I'm just like, oh, he's keeping the story going, and I'm like, yo, what's up with this story decision or that story decision? I'm like, bro, make the new forms better. Like, what's going on? and I know he employed other artists, but now I'm like you said, Dan, it's like regardless of like the gripes that I had with his new decisions,
Hmm.
it didn't matter. I was still there though. Like I was still there to watch it and fuss while I'm watching it. Except for
Yeah,
like Dragon Ball
because
Broly. Like I completely love that last Broly movie was fire to me. But
yeah, it didn't really bother me like any decisions. I was with it. Like I actually liked the new Dragon Ball Super, and I liked all that stuff. I was into it.
no,
And
me
yeah,
too.
like
I
the
just I
animation isn't going to be the same as it used to be back in the day, but this animation for anime is not the same anywhere across the board. Like they're
yeah,
using 3D. Every company's using 3D. Every company's rotoscoping whatever 3D model they have in their office and stuff. It's not going to be like that old school, like hand drawn, like background stuff. No one's really achieving that to that level. But within that mold, Dragon Ball was still like a top tier cartoon,
yeah.
and the movies were top tier. Like Dragon Ball Broly movie was great.
That movie was fantastic. Like
Even Dragon Ball Superhero was good. I like that. And you know,
and that he helped mold my art, man. Like
he changed the game. He did stuff, and Dragon Ball did stuff with fight sequences that America still hasn't caught up to
no, that's a
yet.
fact. That's a whole fact.
Still,
Uh,
like think about it. You know what I'm saying? Superman should have been punching some dude. He goes like miles away, hits a mountain, and then they pan away from the mountain to see like a giant crater in the mountain, like the crater the size of the mountain. Only of the mind of Akira Toriyama could think of something like that, or at least he had the mind to hire somebody to think of that.
right.
Meanwhile, over here, we're still doing feeble stuff like, oh, punch, and then they fly into a wall and they go through the wall. And then he gets back up and punches the other guy and he goes through the wall. Like the choreography of the
Yeah,
Dragon Ball franchise is legendary
it
and will
is.
remain legendary, you know. And damn, man, it's a big deal. I was trying to watch all the Dragon Ball. I was trying to go back to like Dragon Ball when he was like a kid. The first season, I got through the first season. I was like working my way up to like the second and stuff. And now I hear this, and I'm just like, damn.
Yo, man, I
The
don't
hood is
know.
sad, bro.
I was about to say, listen, all of
To a lot of hood people, this is their Stan Lee. I'm
the
just saying, this
entire
is like,
South America, the
oh yeah, this,
entire hood, the entire black community, the entire Hispanic community right now.
oh yeah, this is big. This is
We
big time.
not that there's
People would
not
wear,
that not that there's any white dudes or women watching this. Obviously, they are.
yeah. If there was any doubt that like you will now see the power of Dragon Ball in the hood.
Oh yeah.
You know, every black YouTuber is about to stop their stream to make an Akira Toriyama tribute.
Bro, this is gonna be like Akira Toriyama. This is gonna be like 8 million Akira Toriyama videos tomorrow, bro.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Anyway, let's go to the chat, guys, because you know we're all in this together. We're all
Oh
here.
man,
Master
this
Panda's here.
sucks.
Says a huge loss. Faye says we lost another great one. All true. Power 900 says, and he did something for Dragon Ball. Diamond web anime is supposed to come out in 2024. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say like boomers, man. People make fun of the boomers. Oh, the boomers. Yo, boomers be working, son. Boomers don't stop till they drop. Like literally, like I mean, they go and they just like keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying? This guy Chris Carter from the X Files thought he was gonna get another season. He just thought like, oh, I'm back to work. We're just gonna keep doing cliffhangers. Now he's not getting another season. And he's confused. He don't care. He think he's gonna come back and finish the story.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro, everybody's in the 70s and 60s at this point. I don't know if you get another chance. He's just like, nah, I get another chance. Eventually, we'll make X Files movie. That's the mindset of the boomer, man. It's just they don't think about tomorrow. They think about right now. And maybe that's a good lesson for the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what could happen to us.
No, I
You
mean, like
know?
if you think about it, especially like in the entertainment and art world,
Yeah.
we lost Akira Toriyama. We lost Kim Jong Ji. We
Yeah.
lost I forgive me for not remembering his name. The artist for Solo Leveling.
Yeah. which is crazy, by the way. He's too young,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and so was Kim Jong Gi.
If you want to go way back, we lost Monty Ohm, the creator of Ruby. That man, what's going on, man?
The voice actor, actress for Goku is still alive, which is pretty wild.
Let me bring up some Dragon Ball R right now. This this crazy. I, what was the last Dragon Ball thing? Oh, I remember. It was Gogeta. I think. I'm pretty sure. Where's he at? No, not you.
Let's see. Mary Cinematic says, "Hit still my man and them from Dragon Ball." Power 900 says his protege Toriatu was handling the Dragon Ball Super manga. Yeah, he had all his whole industry, his whole property was on lock
Yeah.
under him. To this day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was still, man, he was big. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we lost a lot of people. We lost Go Nai Guy. No, not Go Nai Guy. What am I talking about? Was it Go Nai Guy?
Or
No, no, it was.
the author of Berserk we lost.
Yeah, that was wild. Did he die? Yeah, that was recent. Go Nai Guy. It was. Oh, he's still alive. We're talking
Well,
I'm not thinking of somebody else. No, thank goodness
I'm glad
Gonai
he's
guy's
still
still
here. You
around.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad Gonai guy's still here. Always remember to be here.
Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Oh man.
Yeah, so anyway, we got Dai J is here. What's up? He
Hey,
says
what
so
up?
sad. Yeah, it's on DB official. Yeah, we just saw. It's crazy. It's crazy. Power 900 says Chrono Trigger, yup. Blue Dragon, yep. Dragon Quest. That's what I mean. Dragon Quest. The art for Dragon Quest, very good. Yeah, he's a very prolific dude. What was that game? That was a game, right? He did for. You said Chrono Trigger, right?
Yeah, Chrono Trigger.
I think there was another one, right? Like
there's probably a couple. I just they doesn't it doesn't come to me right away.
and then let's see. We got let's see, Brina says Dragon Quest 8 was her favorite RPG. She says, Brina says, I still don't like Dragon Ball Super. LOL, still gonna mourn him. I don't know, I like Super. I don't know.
Super was cool. Super has some well animated episodes, by the way.
Yeah. Maybe I'm easy to please when like they're not trying to outright offend me like Marvel does. Like
Like Marvel and SB out here.
I'm cool with it. Uh Master Panda says, no lie, Dragon Ball Z got so many bros in the gym. That was definitely a thing. Yeah, they thought
That's
they were
a
gonna turn super.
fact.
They thought they were gonna turn Super Saiyan by doing a bunch of deadlifts, like they're doing.
You know, people coming in with Goku and Vegeta shirts. Man.
Yeah.
Gohan shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like
Try to play like the Ultra Instinct song like on their in their Beats headphones right now. Oh man.
man, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Y'all want to know how I got started into specifically the style of anime? I'm gonna tell you how. I grew up, also I started drawing at 7 years old. Well, every kid draws. Kids would be drawing on the wall and doing all that stuff. But it was when I saw the Ninja Turtles that I decided to take up a piece of paper, and my mother noticed that I was drawing by looking at the turtles on the screen, and I guess that's when she figured like, oh, my child must have some kind of talent. Went to They put me in some classes, and then I went to the high school, high school art and design. And I remember walking into I knew about anime, but my favorite, superheroes were Batman and stuff like that. And I walked in, we had like some kind of school fair. And in this school fair, they set up a TV, a television, and somebody, I don't even know who, decided to play anime on this TV in the middle of the school fair. There was many things going on in the school fair. This was just one of the, I don't know if you want to call it exhibits. And on it was the Cell Saga when Goku first starts fighting Cell. And I remember looking at this thing and I was in shock. I was like, what is this? Who are these people? Why do they look so cool? Why are they tossing each other through a mountain? And even at that young age of about 13, 14, I thought to myself, why have I never seen Superman do any of this? And that started my anime journey. That's how my anime journey started. Then of course I went into watch stuff like Akira and Fist of the North Star and things I'm probably not supposed to be watching at that age. Um, but yeah, Dragon Ball started my art journey. So I don't want to say I don't owe Dragon Ball did not create me being an artist, but it probably created me on my journey to my art style, if that makes any sense. But yeah, oh man,
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, all those Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, all those characters, Gohan. They're as iconic to people as like Spider Man, the X Men.
yeah.
For a whole generation. You know what I mean? And it's this is a big loss. I mean, this is like top tier creator right here, man. Who got the bulk of work to prove it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like he's got drawing mangas, he's making characters, he's directing cartoons. Like I mean, he's had a full creative life,
Did he even
full
have a
creative life
background
that
on
kept
this?
going. Apparently,
Yeah.
it'll go on a little beyond him.
Did he even have a background artist? I'll pick up some of his manga.
I'm sure they've all employed some kind of background artist because a background artist in manga is like an apprenticeship program practically.
Right.
They eventually become an artist unto themselves, and then they get some guys under them, or whatever. But I'm sure Akira Tama can draw his own backgrounds. Like I'm
No,
just
because
saying.
I was just about the reason I mentioned that is because sometimes I'd look at some of the stuff and I was like, I think he might be doing a lot of this dolo. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of it. I'm sure he was because old school guys, man, they know how to do it for real. They didn't have 3D programs. They didn't have you know what I'm saying? They didn't have AI and all that stuff. They didn't have Google Images. How do you draw like the spokes on a motorcycle that he get to actually, like, I don't know, go outside and take a photo of one, or
Right.
crazy. And his art style was always relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always, that the
Yeah.
style of Dragon Ball is the style that
Matter of
it's
fact,
still
look,
drawn in today. I
look,
mean,
look at
it's
this. Look at this. My look,
never got outdated. That was his style, and people love it to this day. It's like,
my girlfriend was always complaining like, "Hey, why don't you have any sandals to to like to like just when you want to like go downstairs to the laundry or like throw stuff out?" And I'm like, "Yo, man, real men don't be wearing sandals, man. What you talking about?" So the other day we were at a store. She's like, "Look, the sandals on sale." So I looked at the sandals. They had some feeler joints, and then they had these that I'm holding in my hand. I was like, "You know what? You want me to get sandals so bad? This is what I'm getting, and this is what I got." Dragon Ball sandals, yo.
got some salmon colored Dragon Ball sandals right now.
I mean, it's more of a well, it's kind of sand, but it's more of orange for like Goku's gi. But
Oh, man, you're gonna put them on and get a Wiki Feet entry right now, and get a whole new demographic for the show. Is that what's gonna happen right now?
Mike has bad knees. Said
Might have to dip. Might have to dip. So
said real men don't wear sandals. I mean, I'm joking, y'all, but sure, many a men. I just like I don't know. I'm not used to sandals.
I don't
Which
know.
which is
Kanye said he's supposed to not wear sandals. He's supposed to wear like You would converse on the beach or something. That's what he said. I don't know. Of course, he said a
Converse.
lot of things that
Yeah, I don't know what that.
he said a
Yeah,
lot. He said a
Kanye's
lot of things that were,
yeah.
I guess.
Kanye's a very entertaining man at times, but sometimes you gotta have to take a step back. Like,
Yeah, I think sometimes you got to dip.
first of all, as a Caribbean man, I shouldn't be saying that you can't wear sandals. Like,
That's true. That's true. You're not a real man or something. And the Caribbeans would pose to like their whole like I don't know 25 kids and say, "This is my receipt of me being a real man" or something.
that's I mean, listen, in the Caribbean islands, that's how you prove your manhood. You ain't
But
a real man till you got 10 kids.
just making them.
Just making them, man. You know what sibling number I am? But we ain't gonna get into all that. Got a big family. Mike has bad, and he said the whole continent of Africa. That is correct.
Like Kanye said, Kanye walking barefoot with his chain out. I don't think we should be listening to him. That's what Brina says. Oh man, he had footage of him doing that. Look, well,
Yo,
I
do
don't
you
know.
see Kanye walking around with
I'm
his
out
new wife and they're just like always in a weird getup? I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
getting attention. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get that loot.
I guess I'm like, can y'all just walk outside in a shirt and pants? I don't like what's so.
That's what broke people do now. They
Oh, excuse me.
broke people wear clothes, okay, and rich people get butt naked in the street. Like that's what happens. Look at this. Look at this guy. He doesn't. Anyway, let's get off this Kanye thing. Let's talk about. I don't know why I brought that up.
Oh, look, here's another Dragon Ball. Old school. No, not old school. I think I did this like a year and a half ago or something. Mike has bad, and he says his wife is always naked. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm seeing your whole wife. What's going on?
Pound 100 says the Super Saiyan fight of Goku and Majin fight is what got me hooked. DBZ.
Oh, the Majin Vegeta fight is fantastic. Yeah.
Master Panda said TMNT has got me drawn too. I was definitely the victim of Turtle Mania.
My brother, my fellow Turtle Mania brother.
I saw a meme like, oh, they were making fun of people who prefer the original '80s cartoon to the new one, the Rise of the TMNT
Making fun.
style. They're saying like,
Oh.
well, the guy said like, oh, the meme was like, oh, imagine being raised on this, and they showed the new cartoon, and they said like, and not being raised on this, the old cartoon, and then some guy got mad and said he overreached. He said like every '80s thing sucked or something like that, and then he got roasted for like overreaching. Like he says, not only the cartoons suck, the movies and the movies and and music sucked, and the whole '80s sucked is one of the worst eras ever. I was like, I mean, like that went over the top. You know what I'm saying? It went a little over the top.
Whose man's was that? No, don't.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was Wild Out or something like that. But anyway, look, I started watching the old cartoon from the '80s. It was fun. I mean, it's silly. It's for kids. Like, I mean, it was obviously for like little kids,
right?
And it has like a quirky sense of humor. I guess it was like OMG random. Like it was sort of like Shredder. He was a ninja, I guess. But he's also like a scientist as well. Like, like
so
building like robot ninjas army, and
he was an intelligent ninja.
And he was always trying to like make mutants. Like he was obsessed with like, let's get these gang members and let's pour some goo onto him and steal a rhino from the zoo and let's something like that. And it just like put them together and see what happens. And it's like, is this guy a ninja or a scientist? He's like a ninja scientist or something.
Man, I was running
friends with an alien from another dimension that treats him like his I don't know, like the black sheep of the family or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird setup for a cartoon.
Him and Krang always arguing, like
right, exactly. And then the Ninja Turtles, of course, and Splinter, and a lot of stuff going on. A lot of wild random stuff. It's like camp. It's camp for kids. It's campy stuff for kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. I think I brought it up because like I don't know, I was watching the original cartoon and the intro is still fire.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure that was animated in Japan as well.
Probably. Probably.
Let's see, Mike um Banny says the whole continent Africa. Yes, I
Yeah,
guess the
Richard.
whole continent Africa is wearing
Wearing
sandals.
sandals.
Brina says, "Bro, I can't stand Rise of TMNT."
Bring your favorite cartoon.
I don't know why they have to do Raph so big. Like, why?
I'm like, yo, bro, shrink this man's down, please.
Yeah, it's too big,
Like, what are we doing? And why are we doing it?
bro. But anyway, that
Well,
was that.
so I just want to say, but
Yeah.
I'm not ending right now, but I'm gonna do just a little summary. Before, I mean, all respect to Akira Toriyama. May he rest in peace. Big influence for me. I didn't know I was gonna get that news during the stream. Thank you for Alpha Proto to alerting that. So the stream didn't really topics didn't really go as a, but listen, you know, life happens and it had to be talked about. What I really was just gonna go over before two things. I was gonna go over, me just trying out this single line weight style, but you guys will see it when I post it on Twitter. And sorry, you're gonna say something.
No.
Oh, and also, I guess I was gonna briefly go on about what's going on with this SBI thing, Sweet Baby Incorporated. But if y'all want the basic rundown, which is a lot, and it's a lot, I think I could only do a basic rundown because there's people like if you guys want to have an in-depth summary, you should watch Endemion's last video.
It's a lot of lore
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on that's
This,
happening in real time. It's like there's more stuff
yeah.
learned
It's
every
like
day.
it first started with the the person on Steam who made the counter, or not the counter. I guess the censor. What am I looking?
Yeah, apparently on Steam there's like a community group tab or something, and it lists all of the games that this company has worked on,
Yes.
and it just says it's it's called Sweet Baby Detected, and they just have the list of all the games that they consulted on, and that's it. And I guess even that is enough to have an internet firestorm saying, "Oh, you're singling them out, you're targeting them," but it's basically just listing all the games they worked on.
Yeah.
And I guess
Well,
they don't recommend
it
play those
also
games.
says
Not recommended.
yeah, not recommended.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's true. That's true. It does have a ban that says not recommended. So it's like, and it's because they worked on it. But also, I don't know. So they're salty about it. There's a lot of back and forth on that.
so it's somebody got salted about that, and one of the employees tried to contact or say that Steam should get this person's account banned. Apparently, that didn't happen, and because they went on a whole campaign rant, I don't know if it was one or two of them. Uh, they privated their accounts. So that was one person. I think there's like three people tops, like four maybe. And then after that, it was
But they're a consulting company that's supposed to help make the writing better, right? And then the complaint of some of these games is the writing, which I guess, you know, you had
so
only one job.com, you only
right.
had,
I mean, there's a lot. There's so
but
many.
it's a, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff going.
there's so many moving parts because you also have to talk about that people were mentioning that these games, like, oh, why these games suck, whatever. There must be a reason, and then they found out partly the reason because I think as more discovered, there's obviously other companies like Sweet Baby. This is not the only.
Yeah,
There's
they're like
companies that are
singling them out or something
yeah.
like for destruction, but
There's other
there's
companies
like
that are affiliated with them. There's companies not affiliated with them that are still going on. You got ESG and all this other stuff.
right, there's a lot of consulting services that are
Right.
sort of hired there, and I guess the companies hire them so they have like they're involved in it. Like they're like they could say, "Oh, we have this company, so we're not going to get canceled because we work with them." And they say, "Oh, you work with them? Oh, okay, I won't cancel." Or maybe that's the deal. I don't really know. All I know is that Kira Toriyama doesn't need consultants, and he has the largest anime brand in of all time,
Right.
arguably. So it's like what at least one of five or something like
Right.
active anime long running brands of all times till the day of his death and beyond.
Yeah. Oh, this is
So it's like he didn't need any consulting group to tell him to
he just created.
he just did what he did, and then they made money. Remember when money mattered? Like the game would be successful or the show would be successful, and then you would just get money, and then you'd make more of the thing that made you successful. Like it's very simple.
Yeah. So yeah, so that happened. The thing with the with the
Right.
counter, and then that didn't work out. And then they had this one. I'm not gonna. By the way, I'm not gonna mention any names of these employees because one, as obvious, I don't want anybody to go. I know we're a small page, but I don't want anybody to go harass any of these people. Um,
Yeah, I don't endorse that
yeah, I don't
stuff.
endorse.
What if it happened to you guys?
Right. But there was one individual that has been going ham on Twitter, and they unearthed some old tweets. I can't actually say what the tweet said out of respect to YouTube.
Yeah, but
Oh,
basically the guy I guess he worked for this company. He works for the company,
yeah, he works currently.
and he said the no word,
Yeah, he said
the big one,
he
the Papa John word.
I mean, I don't even know which one is worse because first he said, and I'm speaking old in code, that he wishes that a group of people would cease to exist, and I'm gonna leave it like that.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said many. He said a couple things that is not good.
and then he
So,
he used the F
but that
word,
was in like in 2019, right?
2013, and then he
2013.
yes,
Yes,
I
but
think so.
of course they say like remember they going back in other in the activism of the modern age.
Right,
They go back into your whole life and find one thing you said and hang it over your head. So I guess you could do it to them, and it would be you know
so,
it on paper it should be effective.
right.
So this is like the reckoning that's happening right now with like
Yeah,
all
it's
these
like
consulting companies and like
Chinga.
and it's a lot going on right now.
It's like, and
And I
it
think it's like all these companies are just too big. Like making big games with big graphics, big open worlds. Every game has to be some big open world adventure. So solo player, real time, in game, whatever like it is. What you call it? The
live service.
live service. So and the live service that stuff costs money to maintain servers and
Right,
make sure the graphics. Everyone's moving at the same speed. If like 300,000 people are playing,
right.
so they don't want any. I don't know. It's just
I think it's the, even though the tweets are super old, it's the contradiction, the utter contradiction, because it's like if you
all right.
your company is about diversity and inclusion
Right. And then the guy
and then
saying
my man is
his
using the
word.
hard R. It's not adding up. Like it's
Armity.
R. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not adding up. Um.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And then they'd be like saying, like, well, I know what's gonna happen.
So there was that, and then there was the CEO when who was accounting. She was about how she came about making the company, saying that she went on Mass Effect and she created a black character, saw the black character talk to another black character, and thought, oh, it would be great if we can like push this stuff more into games, and it's basically that whole new school SJW concept of like, oh, this is something we never seen before. Like, listen, people, I played Prototype 2, fam. Like, I played, like, I well, that is that before? Yeah, no, that's well before them. Like I play true crime streets in New York. Like I said, I know many people did not, but I San Andreas. I don't know if that's a positive example.
I don't know. Does everything have to be positive all the time?
No,
Can it be negative and positive and good
true
and
crime was
bad,
positive. He
weird?
was
If it's weird, as long as it's interesting and well written, it could be whatever it is.
right,
Like we're here for entertainment, not edutainment, and we're here for like actual art, not like art propaganda.
right.
But if people want to have, I mean, Sean, you drawing a black character right now,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're not hiding
I'm
it.
sure they take this and
It's the
develop
thumbnail
it.
of the stream.
Right.
But it's like, how do you get a character over? Is it by them talking about like political issues over coffee in a video game or some comic book? It's like, no, it's actually having the character have, it's all the goofy stuff that they don't want to talk about that is actually not goofy, is actually smart and entertaining. Like having a cool sword, having a cool origin, having like a cool outfit, having like cool powers, having like a backstory, having them involved in the plot and in the actual adventure being a highlight
Yes.
of why people want to buy things, not divisive things and subjects that a damn video game's not going to solve,
It's not.
and the creators of this game don't have the answers to.
They
Like, I
don't.
mean, there's two political parties in this country, and they can't solve anything with all the billions of dollars that they, you know, hoover up like a vacuum cleaner. They can't even like solve anything.
You know how I know they can't solve anything? By the way, I'm gonna do a little side note here.
Now the political people are going to tell us how to live our lives through video games. Like, I mean, really, like, how about step one, make a plot that makes sense. Step two, make characters that are cool that you want to play as.
Right.
How about that? Regardless of what race they are.
You, obviously, video games are not going to be the solve of anything. And I'm gonna bring up something. Another person, another individuals. I'm not gonna mention by name, just based off of Helldivers 2. And I had a small conversation where somebody was talking about how this is actually related that the Sweet Baby Inc. CEO was basically saying these straight white males and what the term she used, babies, piggy babies. I don't know by the way why they're so obsessed with this term.
Picky.
Like it's kind of disgusting.
Right. Like
But
you said, it was a lot. And she was referring to them as like, oh, they don't want to hear this, but they're saying, oh, you're just giving them what they basically, comparing the public to like, oh, all people just want is like cool armor and they're not ready to hear about serious subjects. But they should happen in these games,
But it's
and we're
also
gonna
because
give
they
it to
don't think
them.
that it can happen at the same time. Like there's people arguing. Like somebody the other day was arguing about like if you had women in games today like Samus, like people be calling it woke, this, that, and the third. But I don't care about that point. Um, somebody brought up Stellar Blade and Nier, and then somebody else said something like, "Well, people only like Nier because she got booty or whatever." Now, Nier is obviously created to be visually pleasing. If that's all people cared about, how would they play the game? Do y'all know? I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, y'all have to beat this game like 5 times through to get the real ending. It is a very emotionally charged, depressing story. Like it has a lot of story. So I'm just like I don't. It's like they think like like a captivating story and like aesthetically pleasing visuals can't exist at the same time. Like it actually can. The
Yeah,
fact that they
it's
said
like,
that about Nier was kind of ridiculous. I'm like, okay, well, whatever, whatever floats your boat.
but it's like the market has finally spoken, and I mean, I guess the people have spoken, and things are changing. Like a lot of people, it's sort of like they're getting tired of it. They have a platform now called X where they can express that they're tired of it. So now the stories can trend, the disgruntledness can that these projects can spread, and they haven't found a way to get around that. They haven't
Right.
found a way to like shut that down or, you know, look within themselves to change to sort of, pivot their strategy to something else. They just know how to fight back. But as we saw on Steam, they're not playing the game. They're not playing Suicide Squad. They're not playing the game. Like, I mean, that's objective numbers, okay? Now, what they're gonna say? The whole entire platform of Steam is bad. Like, that's why. Like, I don't care if like, what's a great game, Sean? What's like the one of the coolest games you ever played in your life?
Oh man.
Randomly,
Sony the Enders 2.
whatever. Zone of the Enders 2 or
Uh,
Metal Gear or
right.
whatever. Rising or whatever. And if there was like 7 articles that told you those games were bad, would you stop playing them?
Sorry. Answer
Like
it.
you played them, you played the games, you thought they were great.
Yes.
You telling all your friends that it's great, and then like 7 articles comes out and says that that game is trash. You gonna stop playing the game?
If I thought it was great,
Yeah,
no, I'm not gonna stop playing.
right. So it's like there's like backlash against the Suicide Squad game, and people are not playing it. So obviously they agree with the critics.
Right. Like there are games on Steam right now that
Mhm.
I own that zero people are playing, but that everybody loves,
Yeah.
and it got its sales already because it was a
So there you go. Also, let's see. We gotta do the are we gonna do the showcase this week or are we gonna
should we do it this week or
let it bulk up?
yeah? Let's let it bulk up.
We'll let it bulk up till next week. Guys, we have a Discord. It's called Discord, guys. Go into the description of the video. You will see the link for our Discord. In the Discord, we have a section called Post Your Art. And if you want and you create art, you can put it in the post your art section and we'll review it on stream. We got a little overloaded today because we had to deal with the passing of Akira Toriyama, which
Yes, that was
really devastating. This is one of Sean's big heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like as he said during the stream,
yeah.
it's because of him he's drawing this right now. I mean, that's just facts. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when Sean discovered Dragon Ball back at high school because I know him that long. He won't stop talking about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I was
You
trying
know
to
what I'm
get the Cell
saying?
Saga at that time. I think they were still going through the mod
So,
school.
Dragon Ball head. Okay.
Brina,
He's going to name his firstborn Goku. That's
yeah, my
that's
first one is definitely gonna be named Goku. I don't care what my girl says. No, okay, I'm messing.
true. He's
Um,
gonna then he's gonna
sorry, Brina just messaged me something. Let me give me
so it's like well anyway, I mean, let's talk about this drawing right here for a second. Like this is looking legit,
yeah.
you know. Now you're trying to do a series of portraits.
Yes, so I'm gonna. I'm. Oh my gosh! All right, that's a whole nother thing. I'll get to that in a second. Before, um, said name her Pon, Ponchan. Yeah, my daughter. Let me name. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a series of portraits, guys. I think it's gonna be one. It's gonna be good practice for me because the artist always needs to practice. Two, I'll be able to put out more content, and like I said, we're gonna making planning a separate channel where we're gonna put our long form or short form, short form, whatever. Our VODs, videos on demand, as they call them, on right. Um, and I'm just gonna be practicing different things. Experimenting with different things. This one was the single weight line art style. I'll be posting this up, so I'm gonna be trying new things, new portraits of our various characters from our two properties, Red the Cyberpunk Fairytale and Metal Legion. So stay tuned for that. Uh, what else we got going on? And you guys keep asking. Red is being worked on. We have we Dan and I are in talks of trying to get something else out to y'all as well as some merch. So stay tuned for that too as well. And yeah, that's about. I mean, also just be patient. I'm trying to. Well, you guys are always patient with me. Trying to like reconfigure my life so I could like get even more art to you. And once I figure that out, you know, uh, hopefully there'll be even more of us coming to you.
Fantastic.
Um,
All right. So
oh,
what's
sorry.
up?
No, this was part of the saga. I'm gonna just finish up talking about this saga real quick because it's so
Yeah.
much. There's
Yeah,
actually
it's a lot.
there's so much. There's so much that I can literally make probably a 3-part video of 1 hour each on this freaking topic. But so yeah, we were saying I was gonna make a small comment and say, and I don't want to get too deep into this, where I don't know, these either these game companies or these consulting companies or both of them thinking that we're going to change the landscape and get people to talk about like politics and these world issues and things like that. And I don't mind people talking about world issues. Like I said,
Yeah, who cares?
like Near was talking about like nihilism and philosophy and stuff like that. That's fine. But it still has to be entertaining. And if you're being annoying about it while you're doing purposeful stuff, like, hey, let's exit out a whole group and diss them. Like I don't think that's a good route to go on. And if you're gonna talk about, listen, and Dan and I talk about this, and I had an actual experience with this with somebody who's trying to tell me that Helldivers 2 was woke, and I said I bought that instead of buying Justice League, Suicide
I
Squad.
guess in a way it has a message too.
It does, but it was just
I mean,
funny
it
to
does.
be told like, oh, but that's woke too. And I said, what makes it woke? And they were like, what makes it woke? It's just like Starship Troopers, and like, yeah, Starship Troopers also woke, and I'm like, there's satires on being anti-war, and then they typed anti-war is woke, and I looked at my screen. I've personally been against war since Bush through Obama right into Biden. We got people out here that was trying to like say like, oh, give our money out away so that we could continue a foreign conflict, and that's allegedly the woke. So I'm like, what? How is it answer? It's just a general bad idea. Now, obviously,
Oh, I guess to some people it's not. I
I
mean,
guess to some people it's not, but I
hence we're all these wars right now,
right. But then it's
and
funny
they
for
elect
them
them
to call
because
it anti woke when the woke people are now in charge of the war.
yeah, they hire them
Like
to now
it's
like include inclusivity in war.
yeah, it's a little
Like it's
confusing.
okay to bomb the poor countries if you have a diverse squad doing it or something like that. Like that. Like that's
I
what's
don't.
going on.
Are both sides confused on this? Like,
Oh, yeah, definitely both sides are confused. They're all both confused. Both political parties are confused. It's a confusing
so,
issue. That's why I'm saying like
so their
they can't
war is
really
okay.
articulate these kind of messages in games. It's like kind of
Thank you.
weird.
It's like they couldn't even understand. Like, yes, a satire of. I mean, if you play the game, you got your characters talking about like for liberty, fight for democracy, and it's obviously over the top. It's obviously over the top. It's funny. But
But it's funny that if you look at the Steam results, whatever messages I guess in that game resonated with people more than the Suicide Squad games messages of whatever they were trying to do if they had, you know. And that's just the way it is. I don't know. Like it's I mean, can it could say that both have political message, but one is doing what better than the other for some reason, and that's that, like just take the L and that's it. I mean, they did, right? I mean, these
yeah,
games,
yes, yes.
but
But
now they're mad because they're getting critiqued. I guess it's like, no one likes to be critiqued, I guess, but
I mean,
you just gotta take the lumps, right? You can't just go online and start yelling about it because that's another thing too. The more you fight
that's what they
against
did.
something, the more that it blows up in your face.
That was
Like,
the problem. They went to go yell about it, and now they have they have these game journalists helping them
Yeah,
yell about it.
right.
Kotaku, another person that I'm not going to mention here, but try to write a pro SBI article.
But it's just so hard when you don't have the numbers in your favor to back it up. You know, like they have this movie Dune, right? And it's the number one movie in the world right now,
Mhm.
Dune 2. And there's some people who say, "Well, I don't like this, I don't like that about it." But at least they could wave that receipt in their face and say, "Well, it's the number one movie in the world, so
Right.
I c- I have that." But if you don't have that, like you don't see the people who made Madam Web coming up yelling at anybody.
They can't. But see, this.
They just like said, "Okay." Even the stars are like making jokes about it.
See, you know
Like, yeah, it
what?
wasn't that bad movie. They're not saying like, "Oh, you."
I would have to respect Sony for that, because Sony made the movie. They definitely shouldn't have made that movie. They made it. They put it out. It was reportedly trash. I didn't see the movie. I'm not going to. The stars don't even like it. They're clowning it. Sony didn't come on and say, "Yo, if you don't like our joint, then blah blah." They were just like, "All right, we're just gonna let this one pass.
Yeah, just let it go.
We're just gonna let this
It's tough. It's like, I mean, but this is the route that they chose in the direction of how they want to make their games and write their games. And they said this was the direction, and it's not doing well at this point. And I don't know if they have enough self examination to change. But they're going to learn in real time, I guess, because
one." No, I get the funny part is
YouTube, you type in the name of the company, like Sweet Baby, it's like, yo, all this, it's like seven, whatever, like critical drinker videos pop up or something. I don't
Yellow
know.
Flash,
Yeah,
Endymion,
all the usual suspects,
yeah, popping up, and
and
it's
like,
it's it's
and
not good.
then all the other videos, and it's like, people with mad emojis and in the thumbnail,
Right.
and I'm just like, look, I mean, if you're a company like Warner Brothers, I mean, you're not gonna not go on YouTube. You're not gonna type in the game that you worked on for years. You're not gonna go on X, whatever the whatever third, whatever largest platform or in the country, and type in these, Suicide Squad. And you're not gonna type that in, like, and see how the fans are doing. Like, I think you are. And anyway, Mike has bad knee says Sony knew the movie was indefensible. Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
funny, before there were undefensible things too, but then they just had to like indefensible things, and they still try to do it, like the Charlie's Angels and the Ghostbusters 2016. And now I guess it's just like whatever. I give up. Maybe because like Madam Web was like not a popular property at all,
Right.
that you can't even be like, no one no one cares about Madam Web.
It's just like, all right, whatever.
Power 900 says uh about the Madam Web thing, says the stars already abandoned ship and already admitted being disappointed for being tricked. Yeah, like I think the lead star Dakota Johnson was like, I thought it was going to be one thing, it turned out to be another thing as we were filming, and yeah, just basically throwing it on the bus.
Oh.
Power 900 says they thought they were going to be in the MCU. Like, really? That's I
Niggas
think
say
they at
you
least
know.
thought they were going to be in the Spider-Man universe. Instead, they were in like some other universe where Spider-Man, an alternate reality where Spider-Man won't show up to their movies. Because I don't know why. Tom Holland's agents like, don't put me near that mess. You know what's interesting? Now they're talking about. I saw a rumor like saying Sam Raimi is going to do Spider-Man 4,
Yeah, I've
like
been hearing that.
with Toby and Kristen Dunst. That's hilarious. I don't know what to make of that. Are they like
Me neither.
just trying to? Maybe because they're like, hey, instead of making these Madam Web things, how about we just make that? Like, they don't care about storyline or plots. They were like, we introduced the multiverse. Let's just do Peter. It's just Tobey Maguire, Spider Man again because of money. Like if we took the Madam Web budget and just gave it to Sam Raimi,
Right.
we would have had like a hit on our hands. Instead, we just made Madam Web.
I don't know what they was doing.
Now they're just gonna have like what they're gonna have the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie next. It's just like 3 different Spider-Men like going at once.
I don't know. I don't. That's a good question. I don't know how they're gonna do.
Well, I guess DC's doing the same thing. They're gonna have Batman, Robert Pattinson, and
Oh,
Batman
that is true.
with Damian Wayne movie. So they don't. I don't know. Nothing matters anymore. They just make things and you consume things, and that's it. And Mike Brina says, I recently watched The Usual Suspects. Pretty dang good. Yeah, it was a good movie. Pretty good movie.
Brady,
You didn't know about the twist at the end? I'm not going to say the twist in case somebody.
don't anybody ever.
But
I'm not gonna lie. That caught me off guard. I was at the end. I was like,
it's funny. The twist is like, it's like if you said the twist when the movie came out, they would kill you for it.
oh yeah.
Yes. Years after that, it was like, oh, you don't know this already? Then I'm spoil it anyway because you haven't seen it yet. You're never gonna. Now it's so old again that people forgot about the twist or don't know about it or don't care about it that you can't unveil it again.
I don't know. It's funny. Like people lost respect for it. Like I will never give up the twist for Usual Suspect.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who give up the thing of the Sixth Sense.
Oh, bro, that happened to me. I told that. Oh, don't see that.
It was that a funny thing. I was watching Sixth Sense in some hood theater.
Yeah.
And like there's a scene where like, the kid is in the, he's talking about him. He can't, he can see dead people. He's very depressed about it. And then some guy's just like in the back of the like behind me. He's just talking to his wife. He says, "Baby, this is corny. Baby, this movie's corny." And she's like, "Shut up." To his name, I don't know. "Shut up, Cleophas." Whatever. Shut up. He's like, "Man, Bruce Willis is in this movie. I thought there'd be some action or something. Like, I thought he'd be like running around. Baby, this movie's corny."
This guy. Actually, you know what? This is actually on top. I have a question.
Sixth Sense was not corny. It was a great film.
This man was of the hood.
Yeah, so herd persuasion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into demographics. Okay, we're all one race, human race. Okay?
Yes. But, this is the demographics we be trying to reach.
He want action, so reach him, yo. He want to see Bruce Willis doing karate. He not trying to have him like talking to a little kid about his problems.
Yeah, word. That man is not trying to play wherever he is right now. He not trying to play for spoken, bro.
Yeah, that's why they're trying to like I don't know, trying to get people from the hood to read comic books and stuff like that. And it's like they want to see the X-Men, like they want to see Wolverine, like with his claws, like slicing ninjas up. That's what he want. That's what they want to see. They want to see the Punisher like blowing up like tanks.
Right.
With like a whatever rocket launcher. That's what they want to see, urban people like action, because we live in an urban environment, you know what I'm saying? We live in danger. It's like you live in New York City, it's like you're like basically a Happy Meal for criminals in the subway. That's why they want to put the National Guard in there. Now it's gonna be like civil war in the subway, you know what I'm saying? So we can't relate to this soft stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like can't relate to this soft, moist entertainment right now. We live in a high impact world.
You remember in Forspoken they were like, "Oh, she comes from New York." I'm like, I don't know any New Yorker that sounds like that.
We're even for magical fantasies. Like, look, Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? From the late great Akira Toriyama was the biggest thing in every hood community known to man.
Yes.
And it was a cartoon about people punching each other in the sky, in the sea, in the desert, on the mountain, in the snow, in the city, underneath the city. It was about training so you can be a better fighter.
How do you get to be even better fighter than that? You get mad, y'all. That's
right. You get real mad, just like hood people do in the city when like you scuff their kicks. So this is the thing that they want to reach the urban youths. Stuff about action, anger,
Anger.
explosions.
There was also stuff in there like family and friendship, But
Yeah, all that stuff. It's in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But in order to protect your family,
right, you
you gotta
gotta get
get super
strong.
buff and like I don't know, learn how to kick people like a lot. The 6 frames of animation, like cha cha cha. I just letting people know the facts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have a consulting company.
Yeah, can we?
I
Oh,
got
yo, in the chat, let us know if Dan and I should start a consulting company. We're
yeah,
gonna
help
be
these
like the
companies out.
reverse of like.
Yeah, we're trying to same mission but different. Different approach.
Then go into like Final Fantasy, be like, oh, what you gonna put in there? No, 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 no. We need to spruce this up. Why is it not that consulting firm?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not that consulting firm? No, so when he shoots the enemy gotta like be juggled in the air for a little bit
Yes.
because like Dante, yeah, like that, yeah. Oh,
Right,
but
right. So this black character, he can't be like, having like, I don't know, baby girl energy, like sitting in there with like a leaning on stuff, talking about how he can't get a bank loan because the bank won't give him a loan or whatever. Like he got to be like taking out whatever the gats and like juggling the demon like in the air like Dante.
and be like, but Dante already did it. And like, we don't care. You're gonna do it.
Oh, we
Except
don't care. He's
like,
gonna
as a
do it
matter of
now.
fact, yeah. So do that, but then like he juggles him higher.
Right, right.
That's part of your game mechanic now. Figure it out. Call,
Yeah,
call your people. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
right. This is stuff that like people want to see. Of all races. So Power 900 says Charlie's Angels reboot was doomed from the start. Yeah, and you know what's funny? The director of that movie now disowns it too, partially saying
Yeah.
like the marketing was bad and I was just trying to make a fun movie. Actually, she didn't disown it, but she did like say, "Hey, the marketing was bad. I didn't want to be part of that whole like if you don't see this, you're a bad man or something." But Kristen Stewart's like, "Oh, that was bad." She disowned it straight up. So Hollywood's revolting, guys. They want to be in good stuff. So times are changing, folks. It ain't 2015 anymore. And Sean and I's new consulting service will help you get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like imagine starting that consulting service. I mean, I guess Japan don't need us.
Yeah, like Sean, you designed this black character right here. Like, how are you gonna make this go over? Right? Look, she has a line across
How to make this go over? Then I
face
give
that
a
charges up when
yeah. She's
she
doing
gets mad.
stuff. She's getting mad. I'm about to put like all kinds of like technological crap going on around her, and she has a big buster sword.
So,
She's not cringe.
no, Mike has bad knees. Says, uh, those Charlie's Angels movies from the early 2000s were terrible, but they knew what they were and didn't take themselves seriously. Yeah, they were fun. The first one was good. The second one was less good. It was too much. It was almost like they did too much with less story.
Oh, Full Throttle. I hated Full
Yeah,
Throttle.
but the first one was all
I
right.
like
It
the
was
first
fun.
one. The Full Throttle. I couldn't.
Yeah, Big G is kind of underrated a little bit. Like I mean, he's got hit and misses. He's hit and miss, but Charles Angel's pretty good. Like that was pretty good. He did a movie called The Babysitter on Netflix. It's all right. It's pretty good.
Older.
Terminator Salvation, I thought was like all right. People
I
hated it, but I thought it was all right.
I'm gonna let y'all know this little secret. Um, Terminator Salvation is small part of my inspiration for Metal Legion.
In
Small
terms
part.
of what?
Like just like in terms of like post-apocalyptic.
It's like the scenery and
Yes.
like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the whatever the what do I call it, set design or
Yeah.
something.
Set design. That's about it.
It had pretty dope set design,
Yeah,
that
the set
movie.
design was crazy, but I mean,
Production design,
movie wise, I like I can't. I mean, script wise, I
right?
can't really use it.
No, no. But it certainly had a better look than Terminator Genesis and Dark Fate. Dark Fate is the
Yeah.
worst Terminator movie, as we've said before billions of times on this
Yeah.
stream. That was the worst
We don't
movie.
do that in the stream. We don't.
Even worse than Terminator Genesis. It was worse than that.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Mr. Mike has Banny says it'd be nice if they plan things out.
I ain't playing
Power 900 says, yeah. Power 900 says, I recall that rumor too, and the rumors of Andrew's World regarding potential sequels. Yeah, because they're probably like, look, let's just do that. I don't care if there's like 3 Spider-Man like going on at once. They're just trying to make money at this point. Power 900 says, prior to these rumors, there's supposed to be a Spider-Man 04 with the Vulture that was planned. The animatic allegedly still out there. That's crazy. They probably do it. Power 900 says, bro, National Guard in the subway. Yeah,
Oh
apparently.
yeah, I heard about that. I mean,
I don't
Is
know.
that in response to? Never mind.
Who knows?
New York's doing some weird things now.
And Power 900 says the director finally accepted it was bad. I remember she was not satisfied. I think it was that the director Charlie's Angels. Oh, I think like she just said that she didn't like the marketing or something. Yeah. Anyway, right, guys, it's been real. Okay, if you like the stream, give us a like. Helps the video out. Helps us reach. Sean will be continuing this drawing. Follow him on Twitter. Follow me too.
Right.
Me too. Like Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, me too. Yeah, so in the description, you get all the links. Follow our socials.
Right.
Check out redcombook.com. Yeah, I suppose that's all I got.
And we will catch you next time. Thank you for following us on this slightly unstructured stream, but once again, rest in peace to Akira Toriyama.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Wasn't expecting that. I definitely wasn't expecting that midstream. I tell you that much.
Oh.
I guess I'll put out. No, I mean I gotta put out a Dragon Ball video, man. That's.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all, we'll catch you next week. Everyone have a good night. Peace out.